Okay, let's dive into one of the most loved and, let's be honest, sometimes most frustrating makeup products out there, the liquid lipstick. It promises this bold, incredible, all-day color, but we all know that promise can come with a few catches, right? Does this look a little too familiar? Yeah? You put on that gorgeous shade, feeling amazing, and then just a few hours later, your lips feel like the Sahara Desert. We're talking cracked, flaky, and just plain uncomfortable. It's the number one frustration with what should be a perfect product. But hey, don't throw out your collection just yet. A perfect, flawless finish is totally achievable. In this explainer, we're going to break down the biggest mistakes most of us make, and, more importantly, the super simple, pro-approved fixes that will completely change your liquid lipstick game. For real. So, first things first. You want to paint a masterpiece on a bumpy canvas, right? Well, the same goes for your lips. The real secret to a flawless finish actually starts way before you even think about opening that lipstick tube. And here it is, mistake number one, and it's a big one, just slapping that lipstick right onto dry, unprepared lips. Think about it. These formulas are specifically designed to dry down and stay put, which means they're going to grab onto and highlight every single bit of dryness or texture you've got going on. So the fix is this super simple three-step prep. First, exfoliate. Our source has this amazing hack. Just apply a thick layer of lip balm, then gently scrub with a regular wet wipe. No fancy scrubs needed. Step 2, moisturize again. But, and this part is absolutely crucial, blot the excess off. Just give the back of your hand a little kiss. You want hydration, not a slippery, oily base. And finally, for that true-to-the-tube color, dab a tiny bit of foundation on your lips to neutralize your natural color. I promise, this little routine makes a huge difference. All right, our canvas is prepped and ready to go. Now, let's talk about the application itself. This is where a little bit of technique goes a very long way in getting that sharp, clean, professional look we're all after. And this is a big one. Our source doesn't just, suggest using a lip liner. They call it extremely important. So let's just think of this as a non-negotiable rule from now on, okay? It's that critical for a clean application. So why is it such a game changer? Well, for one, it creates this perfect little boundary like coloring in the lines, which prevents messy edges and actually makes the whole process faster. Plus, here's a fantastic pro tip from our source. If you fill in just the outer corners of your lips with the liner, it adds this subtle dimension that makes your lips look fuller. How cool is that? Okay, here's another huge mistake we all make, thinking that more product means more color or longer wear. It absolutely doesn't. Piling on liquid lipstick just gets you a cakey, heavy, sticky mess that is pretty much guaranteed to crack. The real secret? Building up in thin, even layers. That's how you get smooth, comfortable color that actually lasts. So the single most important habit to get into, always, always wipe the excess product off the wand on the lip of the tube before it even gets near your lips. And for that layering process, here is a fantastic time-sensitive tip. Do not wait for that first layer to dry completely before you go in with the second. Applying that next coat while the first one is still just a little bit wet lets them melt together beautifully. It prevents that heavy, cakey buildup and gives you the absolute smoothest finish possible. So, you've applied it perfectly, it looks amazing, but the day is long. Let's move on to mastering all-day wear, because yep, maintenance and touch-ups have their own set of rules too. This one, the dreaded inner rim fade. You know what I'm talking about? That weird whitish line that shows up where your lips meet after a few hours of talking or having a drink. It happens to literally everyone. But guess what? There's a super simple way to stop it from happening. Here's the solution, and it's kind of brilliant. Take a traditional creamy lipstick, like a regular bullet lipstick in a similar shade, and apply it only to that very innermost wet part of your lips. The creamier formula is just more forgiving in that high moisture area, and it blends seamlessly with the liquid formula on the outside. Problem solved. And now for what might be the biggest maintenance mistake of all, the touch-up trap. Your lipstick has faded a bit, and your first instinct is to just swipe a fresh layer right over the top of the old one. This is the fastest way to get a cracked, flaky, crumbling mess. You're just putting a drying product on top of an already dry layer. It's never going to work. So what's the right way to do it? You've got to hit the reset button completely. This is why you should always have a lip balm in your bag. When it's time for a touch-up, slather that lip balm all over your lips, right on top of the old lipstick. It'll start to break down the color, and then you can just take a wipe, and everything comes off easily. Then you reapply a fresh coat to a clean canvas. It'll look just as perfect as it did that morning. Phew! Okay, we have covered a lot of ground, from prep and application all the way to all-day wear. So let's bring it all together into a simple, easy-to-remember playbook for your perfect pout. Let's just boil it all down to the 5 golden rules. Number 1, always prep your lips first. 2, always define with a lip liner. 3, apply in thin layers, less is more. 4, beat that inner rim fade with a creamy lipstick. And 5, always, always, always remove completely before you reapply. If you can master these 5 things, you have officially mastered liquid lipstick. So the next time you reach for that favorite liquid lipstick, you are going to be armed with all the pro techniques to make it look absolutely flawless all day long. You have the playbook now. So, are you ready to go out there and master that perfect liquid lip?